All right, just so you know, our flow, she'll feed a customer into the conference room. We call this the sales bullpen. The guys will come pick the customer out and come here. So we have a little bit of a different business model. We don't try to go in and do the one-time close on the spot.
Sure.
We're trying to do utilize the go out, do a Rodney Webb type inspection, you know, make it very professional, good. Then say, you know what? And this is the plan for the showroom. We don't have it yet, but come down. We have a good, better, best set up in our showroom. We want you to come see it.
You do a lot of tile?
This is a tile market. Yeah, for residential, we're 90% tile,
90%.
10% shingle. Yeah. Yeah, so we do a lot of tile. That's our most profitable part of the business.
What's your split between insurance claims and residential retail?
So we never really did the one-offs for insurance. We went after the HOAs and things like that.
I see.
So we have some big insurance contracts, 3 to 5 million, you know, that we do. And then the rest is retail. And we haven't had any storms in this area in a while. So we're pretty much all retail now. From 2 and 3 years ago, we're still working some big storms.
Sure.
I think I got one sales guy, he's gonna close a $5 million deal that we've been holding their hand along the whole way. So, and then it's a whole community of tile roofs.
I've seen this before. I believe that they make it in Wisconsin. Is it a Wisconsin company?
This is Wausau Pavers.
Wausau Pavers.
So this, right, you know, I said you learn more from your failures than your successes. This is one of my big failures.
Why?
Had no clue how to quote this job. No clue. I knew the cost of material, did not know what it took to install it. Tried to watch as much YouTube videos as I possibly could.
Lost money?
Didn't lose money. In the end, probably broke even. You know,
it's not bad.
But this was,
even, it's good.
Yeah, this was a large hotel. We did the lightweight concrete. It was my first time doing lightweight concrete. I figured that out too. You know, we did a Suprema 2-ply system. We did some TPO. Had all kinds of systems on it. And then the Pedestal paver system. But, you know, I took that failure of not making the money and turned it around. Now I can go talk to any architect. I can talk to any GC. I understand the system.
That was your education.
Out. It was my education.
Yep,
So
I've been there so
once
many
again,
times.
I'm like, all right, it's a failure. But I even said in the middle of the job, when I realized where the numbers were going to come in at, I was like, all right, I got to capitalize on this somehow.
Yep.
And now it is. Now,
do you like it? Do you like the product?
Now I love it.
I've
seen
it at a trade show.
I can't wait to do the next one. This is a good one because we're the high velocity hurricane zone. So it does have this plate that holds it down and connects them. So it's a very sturdy, it's beautiful. I mean, we did this on a rooftop pool and bar, you know, right on the beach. So it's a good project. I learned all about ADA and slope and for wheelchairs, and there's a lot more that goes into it than just roofing.
So guys, if you need a consultant to install, how do you call it, above ground paver?
Pedestal pavers, this on the pedestals.
Yep, pedestal pavers.
Yeah.
If you need a consultant, Chris is your guy. He's professional now.
Yeah. Now, learn the hard way. That's the best way to learn, I guess. And I've learned a lot of things the hard way.
Yeah. What is this?
So this is for hot water.
Hot water?
Hot water. So it says 30% federal tax credit. This year it's 26, and for the next year too. So we've taken what used to be a traditional South American roof.
Okay.
There's a metal pan in here that is your underbarrel tile instead. So it's half the weight on the roof.
Okay.
The idea is the sun hits this pan, which is touching the pipe, and the water circulates. It's actually shown to raise it by 60 degrees, the water temperature. This is one of the first houses we did. You can't tell this is even under there. I mean, it's a beautiful system when it's all said and done.
Wow.
This was an insurance claim. As you can imagine, very, very large deductible. I think it was like 50 or 60,000.
Wow.
In the end, I think this was $180,000 roof though, total. And basically, you know, when I approached the owner, and I learned this from the guy at one of the shows. You know, you always get something from the shows.
Yep. You gotta go, guys. If you're going to any show, always hit that expo. Amount of products, and there's always someone, you know, run through, and I agree 100%.
And in the last show, this was his picture. He used this in the show and he gave it to me, but it was our job. He showcased.
Wow.
But I approached.
This is smart. This is very smart.
Yep. It's so easy too.
It reminds me, so they do, in Texas, they do the coils that goes down. Yep. Similar. I mean, smart. You have so much sun here, why not?
But here's the smartest part of it. $180,000 roof. Told the guy, listen.
30%?
Yeah, at that time I said, you know, I can charge you $180,000 to do a regular tile roof, or I can charge you $185,000 to do this type of roof. I said, and you're gonna get 30% federal tax credit. He was obviously a wealthy individual. If you look at the house, he's like, that's a no-brainer. Do this system.
Less materials.
Less materials, and a federal tax credit. The federal tax credit now this year and the next year is 26%.
And I kind of like, it's more like a metal roof than it's a clay roof.
It's a hybrid.
It's a hybrid.
It's a hybrid. And this gets installed just like our tile. This is all, the pan is foamed on, this is foamed on. So you actually have a little gap for airflow.
It's a Prius of roofing.
It's pretty much.
Wow. Learning something every day.
We spread out the tiles, we installed a metal pan, and we stuck peel and stick thin film solar to it. The house is off the grid. I was trying to hook it into a Tesla Powerwall, but just the numbers didn't make sense for money. We got a Generac one instead, and the house is off the grid and it gets hot water to the pool. They wanted to heat the pool from the roof.
Wow.
So that house, that neighborhood, all I need is one hurricane. It's my house. One hurricane, everyone loses power. I'm gonna be blasting the music, having a party, telling, hey, come over to our house. We got power.
Wow. Everybody says roofing is competitive. There's more roofers every year, this and that. I'm telling you, there's so many unique products. You'll be the only one, like currently you're the only one. This, you could be the only one in your area. This, you could be the only one. I mean, how crazy is it? You're in a saturated market, saturated business, market, but you still can be the only one doing stuff.
Yeah. So when I did the Pedestal pavers, I asked him, I always ask, I say, hey, what made you choose us? He said, well, you're the only contractor that bid all 3 trades. I said, oh, good. All right, perfect. And that's when he scared me after that. And I said, oh, well, how was my price? He said, oh yeah, you're half the price of everyone else too. And I was like, oh boy, that's when I knew I was in trouble. Yeah, but you know what, that learning experience, I'm gonna get so many more jobs now. Now I'm looking for lightweight concrete in jobs. Now I'm looking for pedestal pavers in jobs. I know how to price it now, and now we know how to install it.
So this is all your jobs?
This is just before jobs start. We usually do this for, especially if it's an HOA. And this is so cheap to get these made up. I like it part of the presentation. Hey, we're gonna start here, then we're gonna go here. Well, this is torn off, materials are gonna be delivered here. But every time, I don't think I've ever gotten a different answer other than your presentation was absolutely the best.
Wow.
You blew us away.
So how much does it cost? Like, I mean, this is vinyl.
It's cheap. I think we did that at Kinko's. Send them a picture, hey, blow it up. Maybe that's 60 bucks. You know, 60 bucks to go win.
I mean, guys, $60 was it's Eagle View cost on, on one of their houses, like 50, 60 bucks. Yep. I see guys all the time buying Eagle Views for their guys, but they would not do something like this.
So this is
impressive.
This actually helps. We can get deeper into the sales psychology. Like, okay, where would you guys like us to set up the porta potties? OSHA requires us, if we have 20 guys or less, we have to have 2. If you go over 20, we got to have 3. Where would you like them? Because we have to do it to be OSHA certified. And it's just, it's helping show
they tell
we're the expert, we're the
assuming the sale at that point.
Right, yes.
Wow.
And no one else, they tell us, well, the other guys didn't even bring that up. Well, they're gonna have to do it. So it's just part of our sales that we do.
And make them feel special because you're asking them permission, you're asking them details. Wow. Instead of just saying, well, we're gonna do it. Yeah.
We try to lead our customer to the sale. Make it involve them, as Henry Ford said, if you ask people what they wanted, they would have told you faster horses. This is, yes, the customer knows best, but you got to lead them to what is the best. We try to never sell regular shingles. Every house has regular shingles. This is a loss leader for us. I don't want to make the increase on the additional. If that costs me an extra $100 a square and it's the first house in the neighborhood, I tell the customer, we're only charging our additional cost for this type of shingle because we know, and we're going to ask for your permission, we want to leave that yard sign in there for an extra month if you'll allow us to, because people are going to see that sign and they're going to call us because your roof is going to really, really stand out.
Smart.
So it's a loss leader and it works. The phones are, hey, you guys did that roof on so-and-so, they call. I've had homeowners say after it's installed, people have knocked on their doors. They say, hey, who installed your roof? What is that?
Costco sells chicken and loses money on it because I think they lose like $30 million per year in chicken. but the way they put it in the store, you know, they're $150 billion company, because you travel, you see the chicken, and you go get there for $5. This is your chicken.
I mean, you're talking $100 more a square for carriage house, you know, a 30 square roof, that's $3,000 more. But that's going to be on there for the next 25 years, and it does stand out. You know, most guys go in and try to race to the bottom and be the low guy. That's not our business model. We try to start at the highest, and then we can do the takeaways. Okay, let's get you a regular shingle if you don't want to pay the extra. And I've had, if it is a good neighborhood, I'll eat the cost sometimes, because I know putting that on in a bunch of other shingle roofs on that street, and I know if there's damage and we're gonna be working in there, I'll take the loss because it makes the phone ring. It's almost like, it's better than paying for marketing, having an exceptional looking roof that everyone notices. Part of my background, I used to do windows and doors. Okay. I went and became a certified energy rater. Part of our gathering information from the customer, we get a copy of their insurance, and not for insurance policies, well, we'll get into that. Sure. And we always ask for a copy of the electric bill, okay? We try to show them, you know, ways that this actually pays for itself. And I have one in my truck, we'll go outside and do it. We pull one out of the box, upside down. So you see the fan right here start spinning. It's not even pointing to the sun. And then when you point it to the sun, I mean, that thing really, really goes. Wow. So the idea is your traditional ridge vent, an attic's gotta get hot air rises, then it escapes. Well, it means the attic got hot. This, the minute the sun comes up, starts the circulation, starts the airflow. Then when it's the hottest part of the day, it's increasing even more. It doesn't let the attic get hot in the first place. Oh. Our average customer probably sees a reduction of $50 a month in their electric bill, because this is Florida, it's all AC. Yes. You know, so, you know, when you're running that AC,
$50 a month, it's a lot.
Take that.
Just because of that, how many you install per house? And like, what's the, I know regular is like 150 square feet for
2,400 square feet is this one's good for an attic, yeah. Now, can anyone install them? Sure. I've seen them installed wrong everywhere.
What's so complicated about this installation?
Well, it's not, but everyone else is doing it wrong. So if you have a solar attic fan here and you have on the other side a kitchen vent here, it's not going to pull from the eaves. It's going to pull from the kitchen vent. Yes. So part of when we re-roof, you know, usually there's a vent, it's a circle, and there's a square cut, right? Well, that excess air, it needs to be closed and shut off. Whether you foam it, we now like to take butyl tape, put it right in the pipe, onto the deck, and we seal the deck.
That's gonna act as a soffit.
Right.
And the same, I see it up north all the time too, when you see the roof and they knew they have a ventilation problem and they just keep installing more and more. And now you have one vent here, one above, huge. No, it should be in line at the top.
It's not pulling from where it should.
Exactly.
Yep. So then you got to face it also southwest, you know, so you got to make sure it's not going to be shaded. You know, even though these don't need direct sunlight, they need ambient light and they work and they spin. So it's still better if it's shaded than a ridge vent.
Sure. So what's happening here? You have, is it like a call center? It looks like a call center to me.
So the cubicles came with the building. Oh, good for us. So
nice bonus.
Yeah. So this is, we call it our sales bullpen. All our sales guys are in here. These are their stations. This was also all cubicles, but I wanted, some guys are gonna always want private offices. They're gonna earn private offices. So we ripped out the cubicles here and we're building offices.
All right. So. For roofing insights, guys, you too, like we're moving in the, we're getting directory office, and we have like 4 offices there now, and everybody wants office, so you guys need to earn their office.
Gotta earn it, yeah.